Okay guys, welcome back. Soopa-Dave here, with I guess the common man's guide to Neverwinter, but I have, today is going to be lockboxes. I had a few comments asking about what lockboxes should you open, and I actually want to go through them because I think it's a really good question, especially if you have VIP. Now, I can tell you, having a person that's opened probably 1,100 of these through VIP, but mostly keys, do not rely on these, and I would not even get keys for these. Now, and the reason I bring that up is I'll cycle through these as I talk, but your major items, like endgame really helpful items, have only a 1% drop rate on these lockboxes. Now, when that being said, so that's 1 in essentially 100. So you have to buy 100 keys to do that. I can tell you that's pretty close to accurate. And I got lucky on one part of this, the next part. I was luckier on the other drop rate. So I don't know if you see right here, Legendary Tyrannosaurus pack mount, or the War Triceratops. That actually has a 0.14%. Now I've gotten personally lucky, and I've gotten 3 legendary mounts total through these. So I ranked these lockboxes in tiers. So there is essentially 2 tiers when looking at lockboxes, and it's kind of a Neverwinter age type of thing. So if you look here, this one doesn't have the trade bars on the top by itself, so it gives you an odds with where you would have normally got the trade bar back in the day, like these ones. You see how the first item in here is all trade bars. So I kind of rank them with themselves, except for this one, and I'll explain that one here in a second, so that you could see it. And I think the tier ends here. So if you're looking, this is probably the top tier here, with the exception being with this one, and I'll explain that later. But this is essentially the first tier, and these are essentially the second tier. And I kind of have them ordered, so I'm going to go through them slowly of what you want to open, and I'll describe why. First of all, if you're looking for one specific thing, go ahead and get that lockbox. If you don't know, the Glorious Resurgent pack, which I'll show again here in a second, gives you a lot of choices. That's why it bumped up and is the top spot. And having the choice of what you win is kind of cool, but like I said, the odds of you winning items, the really high-end items that you're looking for when you open these, are not very good. Most of them are less than 1% or right at 1%. So this one is probably the one I'm specifically going for one right now. So with my VIP, I'm opening actually, where is it here? I should know it when I see it. This one right here. Because actually, playing the odds of maybe getting lucky and getting a legendary carpet for my build. It's a very undervalued build thing for the if you're doing a tank. It's nice to bring everybody into the middle, and that's one of its combat powers. So, but the other reason, so essentially within the tiers that I've listed is what they give, and what the top tier item costs if you're trying to get on the market. Now, there is some lockboxes missing here, guys, and you can't either get them anymore or they're not on sale. So I didn't put them in here because it doesn't necessarily help you when trying to figure out what lockbox. It doesn't help you to describe a lockbox that isn't available to you. So hopefully this is simplified enough where you get it, and then I essentially tiered them that way. Now let's say For instance, you're building like a DPS character. Well, you might really want a swarm mount or whatever it may be. So you can go for that. I'm not saying this is the list you should be getting them in. But if you don't have a particular order and you're kind of like playing the odds or playing what you want to get out of it for value, these are probably it. Now, earlier I talked about the Tradebars being a really bad nullifier, like right here, because you're always going to get Tradebars, and you're not, that odds already cuts half of what you were going to get, essentially. This box, the reason this is down here is because the market right now is flooded with giant toads. I can see if I could bring it up for you real quick here. So I mean, if you're looking for a giant toad, they're essentially like the cheapest one along with these two. But these two come with other things, so I just wanted to throw that out there why that one's so low. You might as well save up for that thing and just get it if that's what you want, because it's really cheap. As you can see, I'm already at, if you look at the bottom left, I'm at 5.7 just from saving up from Astro Diamonds of Dungeons. So I need to go back into the items. Give me 1 second here, guys. Also, the reason the Fire Main Lockbox is way down here, the Swift Golden Lion is actually worth something, but the problem is these lockboxes, if you don't have them right now, are selling for 6,000 Astro Diamonds a lockbox, which is crazy, because some of these are only selling for like 40 Astro Diamonds. So that's why that one's currently down here. On these two lockboxes here, if this video is like a year old, you might want to check and see where these things are selling for, but I wouldn't put them that high anyway, even otherwise. So the cool thing is, guys, I have a key to open up every one of these, and I figure I'd bring you with. Maybe I get super lucky, but I want you guys to see. Figured I'd open all these up. Now the top of my inventory here is, I have like covered up with stuff, so everything that I get from these is going to be from the Dragon Horde down until, you know, the very end. I got some stuff down here, but I shouldn't get down there. I wouldn't think. So here we go, guys. We're going to open one up, see if we get any luck. But like I said, while doing these, I would not recommend, I wouldn't recommend spending keys on these. This video is more, that's actually not a terrible one. I would not recommend buying keys for these. Oh wow, okay, I've actually had some decent luck here to start out with. That seems to have went away instantly. So yeah, now you can kind of see the stuff that I'm getting here. These two will open up here in a minute, or these three. But my odds have kind of went against me here. I started out with some pretty neat ones, but that one, that artifact pack, I haven't opened that one up in a while. That might be a decent artifact pack, and I'll bring you with when I open these. So the Tradebars, and then the Tradebars are more likely just to save up for the time being. But let's see here, we're not doing too shabby. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is open these up. Yeah, that was not good. These two right here actually go for quite a bit. So they'll probably go for about 20,000 Astro Diamonds. Let's see here. Open these up. And if you guys are watching this and you guys have a question on Neverwinter, don't be afraid to put down in a video if you need help. Like I had a couple comments on this, and I'm doing it today to show you guys about lockboxes. Also, if you're a person that already has a 24,000 item level, a lot of videos that I make may not help you out, but that's not too bad. I'm kind of go cheap, so these are kind of cool to have. These are handy. But if you're a common person that just wants to play and you want some directions, because I'm not going to specifically tell you exactly how to build something. That takes away from the fun of the game if you're just playing for one deal, you know, one item. But I will help you out if you're doing other things. And this looks to be the last of it. So, all in all, I mean, the keys that I put to getting these, I was way better off putting it to Astro Diamonds in reality. So this is okay, and this is not bad here. There's a few items that were okay, but for the most part, not a very successful opening. So this is about on par of what you would do when you open a chest. This video was hopefully more for people to decide what lockbox to do when they're doing VIP. I definitely don't want to promote buying keys. That's for sure. So you guys have a great day.